Traders, I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. And as always, here I look forward to sharing my top ideas with you all for the upcoming week. And really, in this watch list, I'm going to be sharing not only my top ideas, but also going through my plans for each one of those ideas, including my precise entry and exit targets. So let's get straight into it. First idea is in UMAC, and it's frontside momentum in the stock. And obviously, this is after it was announced that Trump Jr. joined the advisory board. That ignited the name, that ignited the sector, the industry, resulting in a theme play. A number of names within the industry are running, of course, with UMAC as the head of the snake here, as the leader. Now, I'm not short biased really in the immediate term, in the short term, reason being because as you can see on the daily chart, we're firmly on the front side. Stocks above VWAP, closed above VWAP intraday on Friday. Uptrend is intact. And therefore firmly focused really momentum longs intraday. But with that all being said, obviously it depends where the stock opens up on Monday. All right, so I would be interested in terms of the short side. I'd be interested only if we were to gap down, setting up a potential first red day. In that scenario, let's say we had to gap lower, below 17s, we get a push above 17 and fail to hold above, and we start holding weak and heavy below 17 and start to trickle below the developing 2-day VWAP. That's where I might look for momentum shorts intraday for a move closer to 14, really where the breakout and squeeze materialized from on Friday. Alternatively, if the stock does gap up, if we gap above 19, if we gap above resistance from Friday above 20, or if we had to open up flat around 18, if we had to wash out maybe a dip below 17 and reclaim VWAP intraday, in that scenario, I'm really solely focused on further upside and further momentum to the upside. In that scenario, really strictly focused on longs intraday until the stock goes parabolic, for example, until we see multiple ATRs and an extension above intraday VWAP, if we see a volume exhaust, in which case thereafter then I will shift my attention to a short bias and look to hold a call for overnight swing. But the idea here really is to keep it super simple, keep it simple, stupid, and very important to consider and keep in mind the float of the stock relative to the volume that's being traded. What side of VWAP are we trading on? Are we holding above the previous day's high, previous resistance areas? Where are we relative to support? And whether the uptrend remains intact. So zoom out. Keep bigger picture in mind instead of getting too caught up in tick for tick and potentially getting chopped up or fighting a bias. All right, sympathy names on watch along with UMAC, some sympathy names that I will be keeping on the radar. UAVS is one and JOBY is the other. So with UMAC, as I mentioned in the beginning, it's the leader, so-called head of the snake here. I'm closely going to be monitoring those sympathy names, UAVS, JOBY, there's several others, for reactive trades to UMAC, all right? So for example, any outlier moves in UMAC, I would look to react very quickly to the sympathy names. If UMAC traps, breaks out, significant momentum to the upside, I'd look for reactive momentum longs in the sympathy names. Once the top is in, once we get that volume and range expansion, I'd look to, and confirmation of a bit of a kill candle on lower high, that's when I'd look for these sympathy names in order to initiate a short position against the high of day for intraday momentum, as well as potentially holding a call overnight for a swing once that momentum shift has taken place. Now shifting gears to more of a swing consolidation breakout idea, and this idea, the next one, is in VST. VST, simply here looking for consolidation breakout. It's a very straightforward breakout setup in the leading stock, sort of within that nuclear energy theme, and actually one of the top performing stocks in the S&P as well year to date. Specifically, I like not only how we are holding a very clear uptrend consolidation near 52-week highs above key moving averages, but I also like how the setup aligns across multiple time frames from the daily, hourly, down to the 15-minute and even intraday for a breakout. So what is the plan here? And with all of that being said, keeping it very simple, I'm really just looking for a breakout in volume, as we've also seen a contraction in volume and price in the previous 3 days. So I'm looking for a breakout in volume and price above the sort of 162 zone. And if that were to materialize, that's where I'd look for quick dips to get long, as long as we're holding above VWAP intraday. with a stop against the low of day and initially targeting a sort of ATR measured move towards 168 to 170 within this potential resistance zone near 52-week highs. So that would be my first target. And if we were to achieve that, I'd look to take off half of my position, and then I'd just be trading my stop versus the day's low. And as long as we don't take out the previous day's low, once this materializes into a swing over multiple days, I'd look to be holding, covering on any extensions and significant higher highs intraday, while trading my stop against the day's low. Some additional names on watch. I'm still keeping a very close eye on Bitcoin, MSTR, along with Bitcoin, of course. 100K still remains the key level in Bitcoin. But as it relates to MSTR for reactive trades and key levels from the previous couple of weeks, in that regard, it's the same plan and same thoughts as to last week's watch list. So I urge you to go back and check out last week's video and also blog post for the watch list thoughts. And then another name, the sector with IONQ, QBTS, QUBT, with these computing names. Again, very similar thoughts to last week. I'm watching the sector, IONQ being the leader within that theme, for any signs of exhaust, parabolic momentum shifts, for then some reactive trades for multiple days of profit taking. And then I'd be looking, of course, once we do get that momentum shift and character change, trailing against the lower high, I'd be looking at around a 15-minute time frame here for that trade over multiple days. And lastly, Coinbase, Coin. Some notable relative weakness here to other crypto-related names, and really a basket of stocks. Coin showed some relative weakness, and what I like here is that many were anticipating a breakout over 320 for a leg higher. I like that we got the relative weakness. I like that we might have some longs trapped, and it might be a little bit top heavy at current prices. So I'm very interested in Coin if we were to break below sort of 290, 288 zone for some quick flushes and momentum short opportunities in Coinbase. So coming into the week, these are my top ideas, very sort of heavily focused on prioritizing UMAC and basket of defense and drone names. And then I have several other names that I'll be keeping tabs on sort of as the week progresses. But that's it coming into the week from my end. Let me know what's on your watch list as always. And as I say, week in, week out, I really enjoy reading through your thoughts, your comments, your plans. So continue to drop those in the comments below. And I'm wishing you all a fantastic, successful week, and I will see you all next week.
So you're an active trader, not doing as well as you want, not doing as well as you deserve, and you just can't figure out why you can't become profitable no matter how hard you try. Well, let me show you why. This is your competition. The traders in this room. This room right here is full of elite traders, some of whom are making 7 and even 8 figures a year. In fact, our top guys have made nearly 20 million each in net trading profits in a single year. Let's head to my office so I can share more. So you're probably used to seeing videos of lavish trader lifestyles, trading gurus trading off of a laptop for an hour a day, heck, maybe even 15 minutes a day, and then them relaxing on some secluded beach for the rest of the day. Well, all I can tell you is that our traders train like pro athletes. They live and breathe the markets and are continually working on their trading skills. Because at our firm, that's what we found it really takes to make it in this game. I'm Mike Bellafiore, co-founder and managing partner of S&B Capital, one of the world's top proprietary trading firms located in Midtown Manhattan. And we're always looking for trading talent to hire and develop. And not just to trade in-house on our desk, but also to trade from their own home, entirely using our firm's capital. And we have numerous traders doing just that, allowing them to make upwards of 7 figures trading the firm's capital without risking their own money. But to even get a shot at something like that, you need to have the right training. That's why we're doing a new free online presentation in which we share how you can get an interview with S&B to become an in-house or remote trader, trading firm capital without risking yours and gaining access to all of our firm's coaching and resources. And the best part, you don't have to be a profitable trader yet. In fact, we prefer to mold profitable traders with our methods and our techniques. That's why we have just 3 simple criteria that can earn anyone an interview. We're looking for highly ambitious and determined traders who fit our culture first and foremost. So if you believe that could be you, sign up for the free 1-hour online presentation by clicking the link that's in your top right corner of your screen now.